So it's
Emma.
Oh, fantastic. My name is Emma. If you had to do your name in speech sounds, how would you do it? What's your name? Is it Josephine?
No.
Is it Harry?
No.
Is it?
It's a girl, so think it's a
Helen?
girl's name.
Oh, I see. Is it Samantha?
No.
What is it? You do it. So see if you can do it in speech sounds. So with the puppet, let me do. You don't have to. Who thinks they can do their name? Look, watch this. My
Mine's
name.
too long.
Is it really long? My name's Who thinks they could do it with their puppet? Do you think one of the teachers can do it? Should we give them a name? Let's give.
It has a double M in Emma.
It does, that's right. So the So you already know that if I was to do a picture, take a picture of that it would look like a double M. How clever are you? Give me a high five. That's right, but when you hear my name, do you hear Emma? Do you hear Emma? Or do you hear What do you hear? Emma! So we only hear once, don't we? But when we write it down, that is so clever. So when we write it down, oh yes, could you just pass me there? See, I speak in speech sounds all the time, and it sounds really weird. Pen, you heard it! So if I did Emma, and I had to take, so I did pretend I've got the puppet. I can hear three, watch, So I know, if I was to take a picture of what might go on there? We're taking a picture of this with the speech sound camera. It might be, you call it E. And little children don't know that's its name, because that's just the letter name, isn't it? But that is a picture of what goes here. And why have I done this as a capital?
Because it's the start of your...
Why else?
Because
Because I'm really important, it's my name. That's why, because I'm really important. So I've got what goes at the end, do you think, for the What's his name? And I'm going to put a little one, because I've already had the important bit. What do you think, what goes in the middle then?
Double M.
Double M. So both of those together make that speech sound. We're going to do it with us, with ours. Let's ask a teacher. Should we ask a teacher? We're going to give her the all-am. I'm going to ask her to show me. Oh, let me think. Supposing my name was Sam. What would she do? She would. How many times does she go like that with her mouth? Three. She did. So, the same as mine. So
Different letters.
Yes, different letters. So even though there's 4 letters in there, now we've got You guys are too clever. Which one should we give her now? What's your name? Is it? Zach. Oh, see if you can do Zach. Have a look. Tell me if it's right. Zach. Was that right?
No.
No?
Yes.
Are you sure? I hear Zach. What do you hear?
Zach, but it's a bit wrong. One more letter than it's
Well, let's have a look. Zach. Z-ack. I can only hear 3, so that must mean...
It's got a
Z. Does that Z go there?
Yes.
And does that A go there?
Yes.
But there, so what's the picture for the speech sound?
CH.
Oh, there. So it's still 3 speech sounds. So the speech sound...
But the H is silent.
But do you know in here it actually isn't, because here, this is actually, all of this is one of the pictures for... Wow, so you've learned something new. Wow, just the same as if I did duck. And that's a different picture for just there. Wow. Who wants me to do it? Who wants to do their name?
No.
What's your name? You don't have to do it, but your teacher will. What's your name again?
Teresa.
Teresa's going to do it for you.
Yes,
Let's put her in the spotlight. What's your name? We'll make up a name. Any name. What is it? And make up a name. Any name. What should we call her instead? Let's call her Maddie. I'm going to call her Maddie. Right, so let's do Maddie. You're going to be called Maddie today. Maddie, do Maddie for us. M-A-D-E. Oh, wow, she had 4. M-A-D-E. M-A-D-E. Now we're going to play bingo. What have I missed off?
Mocking me.
Why? It could be a why. What have I missed? What have I done wrong for Maddie? Poor Maddie, what have I done
Capital
wrong?
M.
Yes! I'm saying she's not important, and she is, even though she's got a pretend name called Maddie. D-E. Right, now what we're going to do, just put your puppets down. Put them over here. And I'm going to pass them to, and your snake, I'm going to pass them to, thank you.
Yep.
If you win bingo, you can have the snake back again. How about that? If you win bingo, you can have the snake back. Quick, quick. 3 seconds, or I'm just going to take it. 1, 2, thank you very much. So if you win, you get to hold him back again. So you can look after all of the puppets for us. Thank you very much. Okay, now, I did this yesterday, but I just want to show, why am I here? Why am I here today? Do you know?
To show us sounds or something?
It is, but do you know who I'm really here for?
Us?
Teachers. I'm actually not, you're the guinea pigs.
What?
You're just here to show the teachers how to do things. It's not really here about you. They're videoing because I want to show teachers how to use something called SSP, which is like magic. It's all tricks to do spelling and reading really, really quickly. So yesterday I did some bingo with some little children, but I want to show how we can do it with bigger children. So, hold on to that. Who knows how to play bingo?
Do I need markers?
No, you don't need anything at all. Who knows how to play bingo?
Yes.
What's the aim of bingo? What do you try and do?
Thank you. You see, cover the whole thing?
Yes, to cover them all up. Wow, shall we give one to the teacher? I think we
That's
shall.
not about the show.
Oh, and to you as well. You can have one.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. So you will need, if you've got, however many pictures you've got, you're going to need that many pieces of paper to cover over the top if you get it. Oh, not that one. If you cover it over. So if I'm saying it, you're going to need 4, I think. So I think you've all got 4 pictures. So when you can cover, if you cover all 4, you say bingo really loud. You have to stamp your hands just in case anyone's asleep.
Is there enough?
There might not be. There might, oh, there's some scissors, so you can just cut these and stuff. Here, look. Oh, magic! I've got twice as many!
Yeah. I know.
Do you think that's clever?
No.
Oh, well, what do I have to do to impress you guys? Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 3. Oh,
Bingo.
Ta-da.
They're yours, are they?
Okay, so.
Oh, I don't have any.
Oh,
These ones in half.
oh, brilliant. And here, I'll cut. Here, you can have one of mine. Is anyone else going to share one?
Yeah.
Oh,
I need
here's some
some
scissors.
scissors.
Do you need some scissors on yours? Just grab some scissors. There you go. Now, could you just tell me how old you all are? So you are
9.
9,
7,
7, 11.
no, 6.
6. Oh my goodness. So we've got a group and they're all different ages and we won't ask the teachers how old they are and they certainly won't ask me how old I am or I'll have to tell you I'm 21. Actually no, my son always tells everybody the time 27. Do I look 27?
Yeah.
You have a polite answer saying, yes you do. But you're all different ages and we can still teach you all together in the same group. And in a minute I'm going to show something called Speedy SSP. And do you know what that does? It wires your brain for reading and spelling. Perhaps that's what I got the hammer for. Perhaps I've got an electric thing I'm going to put on there going, what do you think?
Yes. Bingo.
No. Oh, you what? Did you win before we've even started?
Yes.
Right, let me show you what we're going to do. It's going to be slightly different than you think. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the speech sound, so I need one of the, I'll do the duck. The duck. Okay, he's going to give the speech sound.
That's the chicken. The chicken.
It's a something.
It looks like a duck to me.
It's a chicken.
It's a rooster.
Roo-ta. Is it?
What's
Well, duck's easy to do. Duck. There's only 3. So should we do duck?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. What did we say yesterday? A quick game, a good game is a quick game. A good game is an easy game as well, isn't it? Well, I'm amusing somebody. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you speech sounds, and if you've got it, and I'm not going to wait for you to look for ages to see. That one's tan. He's getting a tan. He's a turtle having a tan. If I say n-ap, what can you hear? N-ap, nap, nap. Nap. That's right. So if you've got one that's linked with nap, you cover it up. But I'm going to do it really, really fast. Okay? So if you didn't hear, tough. You've got to listen. Right, ready? Ready? So you've actually got pat, because he's patting. Yeah. Pat, snap, pit, because it's sandbit, and amp. So these are actually called green level SSP because they're all made up of sap pin. But don't worry, because you're just here. And if you hear it, you think, oh, that sounds a bit like it. Are you ready? At. It. At. Put at. To app. To app. N app. N app. Put it in.
Oh.
Put ants. Oh, I think if I was asleep, I wouldn't have woken up then. Ready? Like this. Bingo! You were the winner! Dun, 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 dun. Give her a clap, give her a round of applause. She was the winner! Right, let's have a go. Come on then, quick again this time. Quick, 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 quick. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Take them off. Take them off. Let's start again. Ready? Quick, quick, quick. Now what I'm going to do this time is you two are going to play together. Okay? So choose which one you want to do. And you're going to buddy up. Which one do you like? Yeah? Cool. So let's put that one back over here. Oh, Kirsty can play with that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll just have to remember because you haven't got 4 things. Okay, in fact, no, because I'm not supposed to play, am I? Because I'm the bigger person, so I could cheat. Not that I would. Okay, are you ready with the duck? Duck. Not a chicken, a duck. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Put it. Put it. He's got a sound hit. Put it. Apt. Snap. Crocodile going snap, snap, snap. Put it in. You were quicker than she was. And how old are you?
6.
And how old is she?
11.
And you were quicker than she. Come on, this is 11. You've got to wake up. Come on, you've got to be quicker than he is. Are you ready? App. I hope you're getting that. You're beating it. You're so clever. Are you ready? Sip. Sp in. Sp you got that one. Spinning is going whee on the fan. Which one am I supposed to do? I'll leave it. Ready? Steady. Put at.
Go.
Oh wow, wonderful. You're a little bit louder than Maddie. Called her Maddie. No, we're calling her Maddie. She didn't want to be called her real name, so we're calling her Maddie now. She's pretend. Oh, I think your name's much prettier. So, no, right, show me. Go bingo loud.
Bingo.
Oh, that was so much better. Right, last game. Last game. Are you ready? Are you steady? Okay, let's see if this one can be the loudest one ever. Ready? Steady?
If he wins, he'll be the loudest. Trust me.
And then you have the snake back again. Right? 8. You ready? App. Apt. Put it. Snap. Put it in. Spin. It can be spinning on a chair or spinning on a fan. Put ants. To app. Put it in. Bingo! Oh! I thought you were going to do it louder than that, and I thought you would do it louder than that as well. Oh my goodness, we just don't know what it is.
Didn't even get any.
Oh no! My goodness, do you know why? Because in school, in school we get told shh. So it's really weird, isn't it, when someone says do it really loud? But can you imagine how loud my class is? Definitely.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. So what you did then, excuse me, and what we're going to do now, we all need a pencil.
I don't
Or a
know.
pen. A pencil or a pen, not a whiteboard one, just one to write on your piece of paper. So we can move on from the words, so we're getting used to the recognition. What I could also do with these is, who's got one that's got t at the end?
What?
T at the end. T at the end.
Oh.
T at the end. So if the and this is one that if you just watch the board, so we could progress on this one. 2, hold on. Let's just see who quick. If you get it, you go bingo really loud.
What are we doing?
Right, listen, hold on a second. Just put your pencils down a minute. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with a pencil in a second. Okay, now on here, so I've got tan. Tan. And I've got nap, app, nap. I'm doing it that way around because you're looking that way. I've got ant, ant, and I've got snap, snap. Which one on here has got t at the end? And. So what we can progress to now is actually really listening to the first, the middle, the end, but doing it fast, because we have to get the brains to do it fast, it can't be slow. So if you've got something with a p at the end, go bingo. P at the end. What have you got? Snip! Well done. In fact, don't go bingo, just say what the word is. So who's got p at the end?
Snip.
Snip! Snip!
Snap.
Snap! Nap! Who's got an at the beginning? Who's got an at the beginning of theirs?
Pardon?
Who's got an at the beginning of theirs? Gotta say it. Ant.
Yeah, very good.
Ant. Who's got s at the beginning of theirs?
Sit.
Sit. You've got two of them!
Snip.
Snap. Sit. Who's got a ch at the beginning of theirs? Tan.
Bingo.
Well done. And she's got a bingo. So we can mix it up a little bit like that. And the other thing that we can do is with our piece of paper, now this time when you've got it, what you're going to do, can I just borrow one of yours, please? If I was to go a word with a in the middle, and you were to go, oh, okay, tan, tan, then I put it on there, and very quickly I write on there. I'm not going to, because Casey needs this one. So I'm going to put on there. Okay, so this time the sound could be anywhere in the word, and if you think you've got it, write it on there, write the word on there to cover it up. Okay, you ready? So we're going to do a word that has got s at the beginning. S at the beginning. Well done. Oh! Right, this one. S at the beginning. Is it sit?
It is snap.
Oh, is it going to snap?
Slip and snap.
Oh, slip and snap. Oh my goodness, you have. Well, do the one for sit, just there. Sit.
Oh, there's one.
Have you got another one? You have. You got sit. Oh, Chris has got two. Who's got at the beginning?
Pardon?
At the beginning.
That's that.
That's nap. It is, isn't it? Well done. You tell her. You tell her. She's going, I'm not coming here again. You've had what about put at the beginning? Who else has got put at the beginning? Oh, you've got hit. Hit. Well done. Oh, fantastic. And so this is the stage where we see how quickly we can do it, especially if there's any that struggle with if it's in the middle. Or whether they're getting it back to front, so you say the last sound put and they choose one with the first sound put, whatever. And you can also obviously have a look at how they've actually formed them. And what we could get them to do is write the word, and then supposing it was pants and we did put at the beginning, then they could underline where the put is. So all sorts of things we can do, even though these are green level illustrations, so all of these are made up of just snapping. And then what we can do is we then move through the levels, so green, purple, and we can do the same things, but we're just adding more and more sounds. So on those pictures, instead of it being nap and whatever, then it could be, chip, or we just build up and build up. All of these are just free to download, and I'm creating them so they go all the way through, so you don't have to create anything and the children get used to knowing what they are. Because the difficulty when you just bring all different resources in is that could mean something else. It could mean sleep for that. So we have to make it familiar with them. Oh, you did chip! Brilliant spelling. How did you know how to spell that one? Oh, because you have to say, because I'm so clever, that's why. Okay, so put your things in the middle, please. We're going to do something else.
Do I get my puppet?
You do get the puppet back. I was just wondering if you're going to remember that. You get the snake. How many sounds can you hear in snake?
Wait.
When you hear the sound, when you hear the word. Snake. You can, absolutely.
Please.
Just put them on there for me.
Please.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Now, yesterday, when we had some different children, it was really interesting because I was saying to them, we're showing the teachers how to teach if children were aliens and had just appeared on the planet and just didn't know how to read or spell. And people were really good at looking at the word and then tell me what's the word. Look at the word and tell me what it is, even though We didn't need a clue. We didn't need to look at the picture and guess what it was. We just knew. And I was saying to people, well, how do you know? How is she so clever that she knew that that was the word sit? All the words are down here. It's just our speaking, and we're putting it down on paper. So it's just like talking on paper. But how, if we were to explain it to an alien, how do we get from sit to this one, to these squiggles?
I don't get.
Sit. So if we say sit, how do we get to this? How do we know that when we say sit, that this is the word sit? What do you think this represents? What's this represent? It. And so that's what it is, isn't it? It. So I want you to take a board. Hold on. I'm going to choose you a difficult one. Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, so don't look at the picture, just look at the word, and I know you'll be able to read it. But in a minute, you're going to tell the alien how the speech links with the writing. No, I won't do that. I'll just do it on my joke. Hold on. That one. There you go. Oh, my body. And we've got cut words on that one. What's this one? Oh, we've got cut words on that one. Okay, so if you open it up, and please could you show a teacher or somebody next to you? In fact, show a teacher. Could we have a teacher perhaps move around just to be next to a child for a second? So a teacher's going to come and sit next to you, and I just want you to show them where the bits are. So in here, I would go it, sit. But then it starts to get longer, and then it might be, is this hill or is it hill?
Hill.
It is, so this would be it all. So that bit is the all. So just show the person next to you where this, when you say the word, where the speech links with what's on paper. So sack, would it be sack? Yes, fantastic. So do another one. Too clever. What about that one? Stick.
So point to yourself. Okay. Well, say that.
Yes, fantastic.
Good. Can you tell me the word? Nick? So the sounds.
What about in chin? How many sounds can you hear in chin?
How many sounds you got? Yeah. So rather than tell me the word, Was it?
3. Wow. Wow. Brilliant. Wow. There is, isn't there? Oh, you're all too clever. Okay, so we're just doing this to show the camera how clever you are. So put them back in the middle. So now I'm going to do something that you're not normally allowed to do. So if you get a pen, one of these pens, from there, you might have to share. Good. If you can give it a sound, you can have the colour. G-R-E. You were doing the duck, the puppet, weren't you? Your speech sounds. That's amazing. Amazing. Right, so we're going to do something that you normally be allowed to do. The teachers will go, oh, you can't do that. What do you think it is? What do you think we're going to do? We're going to write on the book. But do you know why we can write on the book?
Because it's like a whiteboard.
Yes, it is. So it's like a whiteboard, so we can rub it out. So on these, in pairs, what does that mean? In twos, fantastic. In twos, what I want you to do is get this, and you're going to underline. If you're not sure what the word is, you can just ask the teacher. But you're going to underline together where the speech sounds link with what's on here. So with fishing, it would be fish. So you would underline the S and the H together, wouldn't you? Because you know that's the sh. Yes, I know. You see, we're so glad you're here because you're so clever and you'll be able to show all the teachers because not everybody can do it. So with your partner, you're going to do it with your teacher? You're going to do it with your partner. You do it with the teacher. And I will give you... Oh, look, I've been doing... I was underlining the E sound just there in green sheep. Who wants this one? Who wants? Do you want the wild animals one? You have the animals one. And you have the insects one. You two do it together.
You guys can do it together.
Yeah? And you do it there. So find any words. And just see how easy it is to put where the sounds are.
Yeah.
E. And then sh. So what? That's it.
So you underline the sounds.
Now, even though I've only explained one thing, they'll all be doing different things. So like what, if you can see here, what she's doing there is she's looking in the word and any of the bits that go together, so when more than one letter goes together to make a different sound. So she's thinking here, like neck, okay, well I'm going to underline the CK because I know it's neck. so I don't need to underline the others. So her brain is already is looking at those and doing that. But if I ask her to underline all of them, then that shows me any that she's missing. So she is doing really well there, and that was a fantastic interpretation of what I said.
See, give Bella a go on this side.
Well done. It's a bit difficult, isn't it, when they're so thick? But it gets us to see if they really do easily find where they are.
Yeah.
This book's easier because obviously it's bigger.
Yeah,
You can,
so you can do
split
two
it out a
sets.
bit more. So fishing, ish. I don't mean the words are easy. I just mean it's easier to write the lines on it. Ish, it. Did you put as one sound, or did you put ing as one sound?
Is there
Ah, now I'm going to explain in a minute.
Oh, wait, I think I got it.
Yes, so that's it. Because I with is just blended together, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. Doesn't make a completely different one.
Yeah, I've read
The
it before, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was really good. Well done. And this is called playing speech sound detective. So this is where we're just taking any random words and we're just thinking, and with younger children we tell them what the word is, but then we would say, so when I say the word, because they can speak the word, and if they can't, obviously we're helping them with speech as well, but they say the word, and then we think, well, how does that, because this is just talking in print. So how does, that's all we want to think. The underlying all the time is, how does our speech relate to down here? Well, how has the king's up there, the king knows the whole of the English language, he understands why everything was done and whatever, so we say, well, why did the king do that? Now, sometimes the king does silly things, so we go, oh, so sometimes we have to remember it, but most of the time, if they learn to do this, so if you say but, how many lines do you think I might have under but? So again, he's looking for the digraphs, so he's probably done this in school. But what I want them to do is look at the whole word. What about in but? How many sounds are there in but? But. What are they? Fantastic. Now show me but on the other page and just show me if you've got 3 lines on there. I think it's the page. Was it that one?
How many lines have you got? How many lines have you got?
So we need 3, don't we? So even if you can hear it, it's not translating necessarily down to the print.
So there's 3 lines. Can you do 3 lines for us?
So even just a couple of minutes, I'll show you something else in a second.
That's it. That's what you have to do.
You're all too clever. Now, anywhere on the page, because we will be able to rub them out, anywhere on the page, what I want you to do is you're going to do spelling with lines. So where you did the lines there, now I'm going to give you a word in this invisible print. Okay, there's invisible print on there. So I want you to do the lines for this word. So if I was going to do tip, I would go t-ip. That would be it. And I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 underneath just so I can remember which way, because the aliens sometimes go the wrong way. So with tip, I just go t-ip as I say the sounds. Shop, I would go sh-op. So what I want you to do on your page is do that with the word house. So just think, don't care if you know how to write how to spell the word, it's just the sounds. So house, what can you hear for house? Ow. So you just do 3 lines. House. That's it, so do it on your thing, or I'll get you some whiteboards. Where's the whiteboard? Here we go. Yeah. Oh, brilliant, thank you. If you just pass everybody a whiteboard, that's brilliant. So on your whiteboard, you just do house, but say the sound as you do the line. House. 2. House. Brilliant. There you go. Oh, you did perfectly. Oh, brilliant. So house. So we just did 3 lines. We did house. That's it. Did you do 1, 2, 3? House. That's it. So don't worry about the word, even though you know how to spell it. We're just learning how to speak in speech sounds and how to spell with speech sounds. Because it means that even if I was to give you a really difficult word you've never heard before, you're going to find it magic.
It's a bit mistaken, it has a magic A.
But do you know what? Do you know what we're doing? Is we're just listening for the sound, house, and then we're going to put the picture for the sound. So we're going to make it even simpler. We don't need anything magic at all. Because look, house. So what would we put here for number 1 for house? What might we put just there? You can give me the letter name. We might put that. What might we put here for how? For ow? Oh, you might put OU, or you could have put like in cow, ow with an OW, for all sorts. But let's do that one because the king is saying, yes, that's the right one. Ow. So what goes at the end? So what's the picture? Yes. So the picture for there, there's nothing silent, there's nothing magic. Look, that's just the picture for in that word. House. Like that. House. And you can see as well that even at 6, we've got ingrained teaching and ingrained things that have been going on. So now, in effect, what I would be doing is unlearning some of the things to make his brain find reading and spelling a lot easier. What we tend to do is we tend to start with print and then try and make that link with our speech, and then that's when we need all these funny rules and whatever, because it's like, well, why does that? Why, you know, what, how, so that's when magic keys and long vowels and short vowels and all sorts of stuff comes up. All we need to do is think, writing is just a representation of our speech. So let's start with speech. What do we say? House, okay, house, what can we hear? Put house, how do we represent it? And if you do that from the beginning, so much easier. Oh, you're even drawing one! What about cheese? Don't worry about how you spell it, just think sounds. What can you hear?
Cheese.
Yes. Cheese. Brilliant. So now, 1, 2, 3. Now have a go. What do you think it is for the ch? Yes, ch that goes there. What about the E in cheese? Cheese. Now, if we didn't know we were under an alien, what might we put here?
Yes.
We're not cheese.
Yes.
Z.
We might put a Z. And the king would say, brilliant, that is a picture for Z. And the aliens would think that as well. And then we'd say to the aliens, but do you know what, there's some more. And that's when we actually get the clouds out. So there's a cloud that shows all the pictures for Z. And we would have a look in and we might try that one. And then we might try this one. Z. What else is there for Z?
S.
G, Z, like buzz. Might try that one. And then in the cloud there's also this one. Does that one look right?
Yes.
And then you might look right, and the more we're reading and spelling, the more we know, oh, well, that one looks right.
My pen's too thick.
Your pen's too thick? It is a little bit. Okay, so now what I need to do now, because I'm just looking at the time, is... Oh, hello! Oh, right. Come and sit down. We'll change the time a little bit. That's quite all right. Find a seat. Come and sit down. Well, they're not going to know what we're doing, were they? Do you think they're going to be clever enough that they're going to know?
Probably.
Do you reckon? Oh,
They're in grade 4.
oh they are. Well, then they'll be able to show us how to do it. Okay, now what I'm going to show you now, and it's good that they've just joined us because we're going to do something called, you are doing such a good job there.
I've already done my book.
Spiders have, I know, spiders have 8 legs. How many sounds can you hear when you say 8?
2.
Do 2 lines. 8. You need one of these each. There's one just there, and you need a pen.
Oh, please.
You had to go yesterday. I could tell you something about boss in it. Oh, well done. Yes, give them a pen. She's just fine. I'm just been looking at Maddie. Word 8. So she 8. We heard 2 sounds. So do 2 lines for me. 8. Do 2 lines. So tell me, what's the last sound in 8?
G-H-T.
No, what's the last sound? 8. So put the T on the last one. So now tell me, what is the sound pic, the picture for the speech sound A in 8? Could you hold it up for them so they can have a look? No? Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it on here. Here, let's have a look. 8. So if we've got, if I show you that that is the, oh, this pen doesn't work. If I show you that that is the word 8, and we've just seen that the T is the last one, and there's only 2 lines, which is underneath this line? What's the picture for A? E-I-G-H. And if we were to look at the cloud, and I can't believe I haven't got all the clouds with me, if we were to look at the cloud for the A sound, and I saw somebody had it on the board earlier on. Did anyone see it on the board earlier on? There were lots of pictures for A. We could have added that one in, so that's a new one we've discovered with 8, and that's why we do speech sound detective. Okay, now what I'm going to show you, because this is one of the most important things that parents can do, that teachers can do if they've only got 15 minutes every single day, and I'm going to show you, it's called Speedy SSP. So we need to put everything away. Put everything away. Perhaps we'll put everything in the middle of the table so that we can put them away. Actually, you might need one of these, so keep hold of one of these and a pen, sorry. Oh, there you go. So keep hold of one of those and a pen. Just put everything else in the middle of the table though. And I'm going to put this out so that I can remember the order. Okay, I'll just move these up.
We need a pen.
Thank you. You will need a pen. Thank you.
What are we doing now?
The shoulder. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. We'll leave those there for a second. All of those things are just there. Did he make a sound? Did he make a funny sound out of it?
yes.
Did he?
Oh, good love.
I don't know. My son might get very cross with me. He'll say, "Where's my creaming soda?" I don't think he'll mind about the mushroom soup, do you? I don't think he'll mind. Mind you, he might have woken up and said, "Where's my Fruit Loops?" I took them out. There we go. If he's even awake yet, goodness me.
What age is he?
He is 14. And he was playing on the Xbox at about 3 o'clock this morning. So I don't think he's going to be up. Okay, so we've all got one of these. Now, this is the plan, which you can modify or whatever, but this is the plan. So what I'm doing is I'm showing things to the teachers. So this isn't really about teaching you guys, it's really about you guys teaching the teachers. So this is the plan for Speedy SSP. So we're going to start here first of all. So first of all, we start off with Speech Sound Harry. So, let's start off with Speech Sound Detective just for now, because we've got them all out. So Speech Sound Detective just there. Now, you've just been doing that a minute ago. You're going to have a look at these. I'm going to say sound, and we're going to see who can find it on an object. Okay, and so you're going to be looking at the writing. So I might say E, who can find the E sound? And I don't mean the letter E, I mean the E sound. Who heard E in creaming soda? Did you hear it? So you would look at there and you'd say creaming soda, where's the E? And then you write it down on your thing. So it's E-A. Just there. Oh, you need one.
Lemonade.
Is it lemonade? Well, I think it's creaming soda. Look, it says there. Creaming soda. Wow. So, has everyone got an object? Anything? Doesn't matter what it is.
I'm having a Hot Wheels car.
Anything at all? Just put something? Anything? Could be soup, could be anything at all. Okay, and the teachers as well will help. Actually, could we have a couple of teachers just there, just to help them look at the... You don't mind being on YouTube, do you? Oh, not at the moment, because we need it for Speech Sound Detective. Well, do you know what?
I want a cream soda.
But do you know if I open it and give you a little bit, and I have people writing and saying, "Oh, you're giving children sugar whilst they're having that."
Yes.
I get told off for all sorts of things. Well, that's
Yes,
my attitude usually. But I get told off for all sorts of things, but let's not push it at the moment. We'll have a think. Okay, so on your object, I'm going to choose Tetley Extra Strong. You could have pepper, or you could have this one. Who can find on theirs if they have got a picture for O, the sound O, not the letter O, the sound. It might be the same. Who's got O? What is it?
Pineapple mango.
Mango. Oh, Cameron, did you see that? He's got an O. Has anyone else got an O? Ground pepper.
Would I just do
Mushroom. That's right. We need to listen for the O sound. What have you got?
just do
Hot Wheels too. So you haven't got an O. I can't see an O on yours. You've got an O. So O. Yes. Creaming soda. Oh, fantastic. Who has got an O? Who's got an O? Show it to the camera and tell them why. Where's the O? Popcorn. So it's an O-R, popcorn. Who has got a E sound? Who has got an E sound? Creaming. Yours is an E-A in yours. Which one's yours? Country.
Magic A.
This magic E is going to get locked away in a carpet in a cupboard. Country. So look, there's another picture for E there. Look. So you've got EA and we've got this one. Look, we've got country just there. That's our one. Wow. Who's got a picture for They're all on your creaming soda, aren't they? Show the camera where your cut is. And there's two of them. You've got cooks. Oh, where's yours? Yes, black. So she's got black. Maddie's got black pepper. So, and hers is a CK on for her cup. Who's got a different one than CK? Circle. Circle. Have a look at the top. There's a word. Your teacher will show you where the word circle is. Barracuda. Barracuda, fantastic, barracuda. So we could have discovered all sorts just there. So that's speech sound detective, and you only need to do 3 minutes on that, and that's it. So you just get things out. People can do it in the kitchen, they can do it in the classroom. This is just a 15-minute thing you can do every day. So we just got things out, even if a mummy's taking this out the cupboard, and I say, oh, Tetley. Tetley. So where's the picture for E? Well, I know there's et, all. So where's the picture for E on that one?
And
EY, that's right, so we're discovering it. So let's do speech sound Harry. Now speech sound Harry is where I say a word and then you do the lines. So I might say apple, apple. So all you do is the lines, I'm not bothered about that at all. You just do the lines, apple. Okay, so can we all do speech sound Harry?
double P.
Thank you for that. Can we please do fruit? Just lines. Oot. Oot. Well done, and you say it, and I love that. Can you do that again for the camera? When you went oot as you did it, can you do it again? Brilliant. So because you're doing the sounds at the same time he's doing it, and the sounds same time as the letters, it helps his brain with the spelling. Well done. What about soup? I can't hear anyone going soup. Well done. Brilliant. What about happy? So fast. Look. Maddie is the superstar. I wish she'd use her real name. Claudia's doing so well. Oh, I love that name. I'm going to do Claudia. O-R-D-E-R. Who can do Emma? Oh, brilliant. Look how fast you are. So speech sound Harry, you just listen for the sounds. You're just going do, do, do with the lines. Speech sound Harry is how minutes? How many minutes? 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes a day doing that. We'll change your brain. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. Now we've got, speedy SSP. So I'm going to go through this. Can you just rub it off your board so you've got lots of space? Oh, can't you? Won't you rub it? Do you know what? I'll give you, you can do it on the back of that one. Right. Okay, so listen for the word. Count the speech sounds using a duck hand this time. The word is, pants. Pants. Duck hands. Well, you can do it in the line. The reason I do duck hands is because some children that I work with, I can't hold the pencil yet because they're so little, so they go with their hands. So pants, but you can do that. So p-a-n-t. Who got that many lines? P-a-n-t. Who put the t together at the end? Well done. P-a-n-t. Now that raises something that we all need to learn, and that is this little rule. This is one of the only rules that we have with SSP. Can I borrow a pen? Oh, thank you. This is a picture, one of the pictures of, what's the speech sound? What's this a picture of? That's one of the pictures of. Well done, because it's a speech sound. Picture her. What's this a picture of? It is, everybody knew it's not her, it's shh. So we've got 3 different ones there. What about if I've got this? What's this a picture of? What's this a picture of? If I put them together, is it just going to blend or is it going to be completely different? Yes, it's just blended. So what we do when we listen, if we hear frog, even though it's blended, when we write the lines, we separate them. So if we're doing frog, even though we say frog, we're going to still separate them because it's just blended. It's not a new one. So we're going to separate them or g. And that's something to practice. If you can practice that, that would be fantastic. Okay, so we listen for the word and not you et. What is the last speech sound you can hear in this word? Tyrannosaurus Rex. What's the last sound you can hear in this word? Tyrannosaurus Rex. X. Perfect. Well done. So we're listening for the last sound. What was the first one?
T.
Sound. Ch. What was that? And tur. Is that just blended?
Yeah.
It is. So the first sound is Was the first one Tyrannosaurus Rex? That was such a long one, wow.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay, what about if I have the word sat, and I'm going to change the s into a h?
Sat.
And I'm going to change the hat, I'm going to change the last sound into a mm.
Oh, what?
Hat, with the last sound's going to change to a mm. Ham, well done. Right, now we're going to have a race. You're going to start off with SIP. You can change one of them. Okay, you can change one of them. It's got to make a new word. And if you do that, you put a little line up there to show you've done it once. So if I've got sip and then I change sip into sit, and I put a t there, and I put a little line there, and then I could change sit into pit. And then I put a little line there. Do it as many times as you can so you can't do it anymore. Go! So start off with, what do we start off with?
Sip.
Sip. Start off with sip. So give them a new word every time and they're just going to do it fast, fast, fast. Just changing one letter at a time.
Let's see. Do I have to change yours in order?
No, just one letter. Just one letter.
3.
Oh, well done. Pin. You could change pin into tin. Change the put into a t.
I've done one.
Change tin into tan. To atom. To atom. That's it. To atom. Change tan into tan. Put atom. Put atom. Put atom. Well done. Change pan into. What could we change pan into?
Ham.
Ham. We could change it into pounds.
Three
Little
names
pound.
and ham.
Yes, good names and ham. Wow. And you could even sit with them, and like this, you can keep going, just keep doing ham into. So she's got to change it, but we're changing, so we're getting it fast, 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 fast. Yes! Well done. Okay, I'll stop. How many did you do? Oh, wow, you did brilliantly.
9.
Fantastic. Look at that. You see how long you can keep going for? And when you get really quick at this, you can keep going. And you change it, change it, change it. Okay, listen for the speech sounds. What do you think the word is? You ready? Oat. Ready?
Hamster.
See, too clever. Too good at that one. Okay, what about I've got with me. Here we go. Okay. What could this be? Write it on your board.
Ow.
Right, using these, I would like you to put the word cow.
Done.
I would like you to change the k into a b.
Bow. Done.
Wow, so what happened then? You did it straight away. What happened then?
You add a B.
That's right. So when we look at that, we don't always know what it is doing until we know the word. Yes, how. Then it could go back to how. What about this one? When is that the same as that one? When is that one the same as that one? Blow the snow. Goat in a boat. Are they still the same then? Goat. Who's got these, by the way? No? Right, so on this, let's just do purple level. And you can do this in the car. And what I would want to do next time I saw you, you'd want to do so fast that I would think, wow, dynamite. Look at the purple level. And this is what we do. At man. At dad. And we go all the way through. What about this one? At gap. Ent. Who thinks they can do it? Right, what we're going to do is we're going to go round like this, and if you don't want to have a go, you go like that, and then we miss you out. Okay, so I'm going to start off, I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to start off with this one, then we're going that way, so you already do that one. So my turn, hold on, don't worry. You do the next one.
Dad.
Fantastic, you do the next one.
Good.
Well done, so good at gap. Can you, and then it would also be ent, or gentle. Gent is like an English gent. Can you do the ot one? Or? Well done. So ot, pot. Can you do it? Fantastic. What about the one underneath? It could also be. Yeah. So it could also be scent. Can you do the next one? the ch into a sh. What's the word? I'm going to change the I into an What's the word?
Shun.
I'm going to change the N into a T. What's the word?
Shut.
Shut. Fantastic. And we might do that. And these are obviously really good, but you'll find some children really, really struggle with that. I'm going to leave some of the things off because I just want to do a visualization very, very quickly before we do the hammer picture. Close your eyes and visualize. Who's done that before?
Yes, but I don't find it interesting anyway.
Oh, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Right, I'm going to read something and I want you to visualize, and then you're going to tell me what you see because you're going to see something different. There's no wrong, there's no right. I'm just going to read it to you and I want you to tell me what you see, what you visualize. In the land of Zond, so it might be the aliens that we're teaching to read and spell. In the land of Zond is a band of goblins. Dun, 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 dun. What can you see in your mind?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. Black. Nothing. Black. Black.
Anybody see anything? What do you see?
Something kind of like midgets style.
Oh, fantastic. And do they look friendly or do they look...
Evil.
Oh, do they look evil? Let's have a look. This is what the author wanted us to visualise. But you know, if we look at it first, we don't get a chance to visualise it ourselves. So who really didn't see anything when I read it? And you know, that's the problem. You know, if you're reading this, and there's no picture, if you're reading this, if you can't read it and visualise, then you don't get that great stuff about the story. Because whose mummies or daddies or whoever reads books all the time at home? Yeah? And on their books, have they got lots of pictures in them, or is it just writing?
Writing.
It's just writing, isn't it? Because that's what we do. When we're grown-ups and we love to read, we read this because in our minds, whilst we're reading, we've got this wonderful thing that we can see in our minds. So, are you ready? I want you to visualise something this time. Are you ready? Zach has a big ox too. Red Ned is his ox.
That's mine.
Wow! Oh, I missed the bit at the top. Zach is the boss of the goblins.
I'm the boss.
Zach is the boss of the goblins. So when you're closing your eyes, you might be thinking of you as the boss of the goblins. Zach has a big ox too. And Red Ned is his ox. Who visualise something? Now this is actually quite difficult to visualise because how many of you ever see oxes on the Gold Coast?
No.
We don't really, do we? So it might not be something that we... Do you see an ox on the Gold Coast?
No, I kind of can imagine how one looks like.
There you go. You see, you've probably got a really good imagination and that really helps. So look.
That's how I thought about it.
What does Zach look like?
Kind of looks like
Who's
a
Zach?
cow.
Which one's Zach?
The big green.
Is that you?
You're
Is that you?
You're fast.
Oh, Zach, you're green. Oh, look at that.
My favorite color.
Well, there you go. And I wouldn't like to go through next to you with that sharp nail. You might hurt us. What do you think? Do you think so? And it's got a funny thing on there. So one of the things that I will talk to you next time that we do some stuff is about visualization, because it's really important, because a lot of children will do that and they'll decode it in the land and they'll have absolutely no visualization, no clue of what they've just read. It's just text. So we have to move from decoding to, otherwise there's no point, you know, we have to move from decoding to reading. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do, now this is for the education department. I don't know what we're going to do. Well, yes, exactly. What we're going to do is we're going to... Well said, Zach. What we're going to do is we're going to hold up our sign. Our sign goes, please include, and we're going to take a picture of it. Please include hammer teaching. So how are we going to stand? Who's going to stand there? Close your eyes. I'm going to say a speech sound and you're going to take a picture with the speech sound camera, so you don't know. And you're going to see in your mind what you think it might look like. Oh, I know. Mine too. So we're going to, the speech sound is oi. So take a picture. So think, keep your eyes closed. Oi. Take a picture. What might it look like if I could see a picture of the speech sound? Oi. What can you see?
Oh.
Can you see one? Have a look. This is the one I was thinking of. Who saw that one?
Me.
Wow! So even at green level, we might go with at put in and get them out, and then we might have, I might say I can see a picture of s, and then I might show them a C or whatever. It doesn't have to always be the S, and it's just that I want them to have symbol imagery, so I want them to also be able to close their eyes and think, could it be this, could it be that, because that will also help with the reading and the spelling. I'm going to give you a quick practical demonstration of how I view the teaching of reading and spelling in a lot of Australian schools and why our literacy standards are so poor. Now let's say, for example, let's look at this. Oh, sorry, my dogs. Practical example in my garden in the morning, just because I'm trying to help you see what is happening and see how I see things. And now, for a lot of different reasons, some of these nails are in, some of them are higher. Oh, look at this one, a PM Reader 20, whatever. And people think this is fine. I actually think that this could be a lot better. But then there are children and it's just not going in. And so what are teachers doing? Teachers, wonderful teachers, this is the tool they've been given. This is the only tool they've been given. They can do it in different ways, but this is the only tool that they're being given. They're not being given the opportunity to learn about this. So this is what they do. Come on, let's do it. Let's guess by the word, guess by the picture. Let's leave a word out and guess by the context. Let's look at the first sound in the word and guess what it is. Oh, why is this child not understanding what they're reading? What's not happening? Come on. What's wrong with this nail? What's wrong with this nail that it's not going in? Not looking at this, not looking at the fact that this is the wrong tool. So they keep going. And then these wonderful teachers that only have this think, well, this has to work because this is what we're being told to work. This is what we've always been told to work, that works. And this is what works for a lot of the children. Look, I can see them. Look, it's working. So what they then do is they then think, right, well, this child obviously needs to be moved away from the other children to have extra time. Extra time. Come on, we've got even more time doing this. And this poor nail is going, oh, good grief, it just doesn't go in. And this poor nail is starting to feel really bad about himself. So this nail, oh, let's try it this way, let's try it this way. And these wonderful teachers are giving him extra support. So the mummy nail thinks, yay, brilliant, extra support. More. The solution, this is not the right tool. Use SSP. Oh, sorry. Use SSP.